programs start today. Plus, the long-distance wait for a new baby, a local couple struggling to start a family, finally finds a reason to get the nursery ready for a new arrival. And the Bison get the good word, they're going to the national championships. But first, new this morning, a two-car crash brought traffic to a standstill along 25th Street South in Fargo. It happened just after 10 last night near 20th Avenue. One of the vehicles had front-end damage, but an officer on the scene says no one was seriously hurt. The crash is under investigation for traffic violations, but police say no alcohol appears to be involved. New this morning, 3 people are hurt, including 2 young children, after a rollover in Polk County. The Polk County Sheriff's Office responded to a crash yesterday in BELTRAMI Township, and found a car on its roof. The 28-year-old woman and 2 kids, ages 6 and 3, were out of the vehicle. They were all rushed to the Crookston Hospital for treatment. A man is dead and a woman is seriously hurt following an ATV crash near Fallston, Minnesota. It happened at around 7 yesterday morning north of town. Police say an ATV rolled over in a ditch. 75-year-old Edward Harvinson died at the scene, and his passenger, 71-year-old Judith Harvinson, was airlifted to Fargo. Both victims are from Fallston. A 58-year-old from Woodbury, Minnesota is dead after rolling his vehicle in BELTRAMI County. The State Patrol says Sean O'Malley left Highway 72 yesterday morning and rolled into a ditch. A 71-year-old man was killed and another is facing possible criminal charges after a van hit a sprayer in Mandan. The Highway Patrol says the farm equipment was rear-ended by the van yesterday morning near the town of Huff. The victim was thrown from the sprayer and died. The 89-year-old driver of the van was taken to the hospital, and troopers say charges are pending against him. Now it's time to get our storm team forecast with meteorologist Lisa Green. You know, the beginning of Tuesday, June 1st. Lisa, how's it looking out there?
Well, it's the beginning of the month and the beginning of meteorological summer, and it's feeling more like summer, looking like summer out there here on many of our cameras around the valley. This is from the Minnesota DOT. In Baudette, you can see that beautiful green grass south of town and the blue sky with just some thin clouds there. Southern Valley, Fargo at the tri-level, look at that mess. It's also construction season too. We know they've been working hard on that, and we've got some sun shining as well. So we don't have weather affecting your morning drive here this morning, but of course, construction season may be hampering your drive. And down in the Hankinson area, Dakota Magic Casino, you could see the sprinklers going on the Dakota Winds Golf Course, and we're looking at some pretty good conditions this morning for hitting the links. Conditions are quiet. We've got temperatures that are starting to rise, a little cool in some spots, but Fargo's right at 50 degrees with some sunny skies. Some thin clouds working their way through Grand Forks at 46. It's 52 in Thief River. Bemidji, one of the chillier spots. We're at 39 degrees there this morning. Fergus Falls, Devil's Lake, both reporting 54 and some sunshine. So the wind's very light. We've got calm conditions this morning in the east especially. And then if we do have some wind, it's out of the south, and that's going to bring about some change. We're going to warm up a little more today. It's going to bring in a little more moisture, and that will help to fuel a couple of isolated thunder showers this afternoon and tonight. This morning it's still pretty dry, so we've had this disturbance approaching the valley this morning, and it's just kind of fizzling out as it basically runs into some of our western counties. There's some clouds associated with it, and I can't rule out a sprinkle as that continues to make its way northeastward here this morning. But again, it's later today that we have that chance for an isolated storm. Otherwise, heading out the door, temperatures are going to be on the rise very quickly. By lunchtime, we'll be in the 70s, and then this afternoon back to some low 80s, and we'll continue heating up from there. With that warm up this week comes the humidity, and our muggy meter just going up and up as we head toward the end of the week. And Saturday and Sunday is going to be feeling quite steamy, and on top of that, hot temperatures, 90 starting Thursday and continuing through our extended planner. We could get as high as 97 on Saturday rather. So it's going to be quite warm here coming up in the forecast.
Definitely sounds like we mentioned earlier, we can bring up the shorts again. It's kind of exciting.
That's definitely going to be a warm one, and you know, it's concerning too when we get that hot. You want to stay hydrated with that kind of heat and find ways to stay cool, even if it's just heading to the store to get some air conditioning if you don't have air conditioning where you are. And we'll have more tips on that as we get closer this week.
Those are great tips. Thanks, Lisa. Well, Fargo school board members are meeting today to talk about suspending their Smart Restart plan that was put in place for the COVID pandemic. One option is to make the change at 11:59 tonight. That's about a week earlier than an earlier plan to suspend it on June 7th. It comes after the city of Fargo made plans to lift all mask requirements in the city buildings tomorrow. A summer meal program is coming back today to provide school lunches for students who need it. These meals help children over the summer months when school lunches and breakfasts aren't available. Children make up 36% or 50,000 kids of their program. And last year, close to 8,900 meals at multiple locations. Now, a few locations beginning the meal program today: Jamestown at Track Daily from 11:30 to noon. Village West Park and Fargo starts today and goes from 5 to 6 only on Tuesdays. West Fargo at Tennis Park around 6:30 to 7:30 at night only on Tuesdays as well. You can get free donuts or wings if you donate blood in Fargo today. It's part of the Battle of the Badges blood donation push, which runs today and tomorrow. All blood donors get a free Red Cross t-shirt and will be asked to vote for Fargo Police or Fire. If you pick Fargo Police, you'll get a coupon for Sandy's Donuts. If you pick Fargo Fire, you'll get 6 free wings from Buffalo Wild Wings. Every time someone donates, it saves up to 3 lives. Donated blood helps accident and burn victims, organ transplants, and treatment for leukemia and cancer. In the United States, 38% of people are eligible to donate blood, but less than 10% do. Now, this runs today and tomorrow from 1 to 7 p.m. at the American Red Cross Fargo office. That's at 2602 12th Street North. You can make an appointment online through the Red Cross donor app or by calling 1-800-RED-CROSS and using the sponsor code FARGOBATTLE. There's a lane closure this week on a busy North Fargo road. Starting today, 19th Avenue North will be down to 1 lane in each direction at 10th Street as crews do some utility work in that area. The project is expected to last 3 days. Minnesota transportation officials are working on a 20-year plan that they hope will encourage more walking by creating safer spaces for pedestrians along state roads and highways. Well, many people who shared input say they want improved pedestrian crossings, more trees, benches, and other amenities, and separate paths for walkers and bicyclists. The survey found that fewer than a third of respondents walk at least a few times a week. Transportation officials want to double that to 60%. Memorial Day is a time to remember those who made the ultimate sacrifice. One employee at the Oak Grove Cemetery in Fergus Falls is not only honoring one veteran in particular, but giving a history lesson to everyone visiting the cemetery. Rodberg is a Vietnam veteran who shares a piece of history every chance he gets. Charles W. McKay is the only Medal of Honor recipient buried at the cemetery and one of only a few in the area. He was awarded the prestigious honor for risking his life to save a wounded comrade during battle. After years of trying and multiple miscarriages, an area couple was finally getting ready to have their first child together, thanks to a surrogacy agency and a woman in the Ukraine. Well, earlier this month, Troy and Abby Dunham boarded a plane to the European country after they found out one of their twins didn't make it, and their surrogate's pregnancy is now considered high risk. She's hospitalized until their baby boy is born.
To go through the loss after we've lost all these others, it's like, holy moly. I mean, it's an emotional journey.
The baby could come as soon as mid-June. The NDSU Bisons are heading to Palo Alto, California for the first round of the NCAA Baseball National Championships. They'll be playing the 9th-seeded Stanford Cardinal in the regional bracket. The Bison will be coming into the national championship with 41 wins on the year. The first game of that Stanford Regional will be Friday at 4 p.m. Well, let's get the answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. Today's question, 55% of us admit we've lied about this to avoid hurting feelings. What is it? The answer is they're cooking. Well, today's show and CBS This Morning are just about to start, but the Valley Today rolls on. More live, up-to-the-minute news and weather coming up right now on the Fargo CW.